Don't want to pay me 7 minutes of overtime? Mmmkay, pay me an hour. I'm a nurse and a hospital I worked at early on paid by tenths of an hour, as most do. They were cracking down on OT. They were more than happy for us to clock out up to 7:36. Quit time was 7:30, and this meant we didn't get OT. But if we clocked out at 7:37, 0.1 hour late, it was a problem. The unit I was on got a new director and became hell. More and more people quit. They couldn't replace them. We became dangerously short-staffed. We never took the 2:15 breaks. Ever. We usually clocked out for a lunch because you'd get in trouble if you didn't, never mind you didn't have time, but we had to clock out. About half the time we would have to work during that mandatory lunch, unpaid. What am I going to do? Sorry you're dying, but my lunch is getting cold. Anyway, big OT crackdown came. Our manager told us if we had more than one late clock out, we'd get a verbal, not really verbal, BC, it's documented in file. Another late clock out, a written. Then, who knows? Now, I rarely clocked out late because I worked my tail off, but about once every other week, I may clock out 0.1, 0.2h late. But that's because I'd tried really hard to get out on time. I didn't even want the OT, I wanted to go home. About everyone got a verbal within 2 weeks. She then came back and said, if you clock out 0.1, 0.4h late, then you would get the verbal. However, if it was 0.5 hours late, then they knew something bad happened and would let it go. So all of us that did our best to get out within 0.1 late on bad days, no longer. We took our sweet-ass time, and we were all clocking out 45 to 60 minutes late. Our documentation was never so perfect. Suddenly, they dropped the whole BS.